Change 2018 update 7. Yeah. Hello, Will and Lisa.
Hello, Jack.
A very excited Will.
I am.
And
Yes.
well, slightly
Poorly
under the
and
weather.
excited at the same time.
We're very excited, Lisa and myself. What we're going to talk about this week is how real change can happen if we all get behind something.
Yeah.
And what real change has happened. It's a massive ordeal, Will. You've got the floor. Go for it.
Right. If you're watching this on Tuesday, the 2nd of April, now become...
It's the 3rd.
So the Homeless Reduction Act is now passed into law. And that's a significant change.
That wasn't an April Fool.
No. A huge number of people made this happen. It was driven primarily through crisis to start with. They built up a huge campaign around it, but a lot of government initiatives across the House of Lords, House of Commons. Everybody has got behind this project. I say everybody, most people. And the Homeless Reduction Act changes a couple of key things that are very, very significant.
It is a change in the law, so it means
is a change in the
people
law.
have to do something now.
Yes.
So what do they have to do
Okay, so in the past, if you presented yourself and you worked for that hometown...
So there was only duty of care for where you originated from.
So
Yes.
now the law has changed. So if, for example, you're somebody who finds themselves homeless or potentially homeless, and I'll come back to that, and you're from, I don't know, somewhere Rugeley, for example, or even Birmingham, and you happen to find yourself in Stafford for whatever reason, you can present to Stafford Borough Council, and they have now an obligation to address those needs. And another thing that's happened, which is really significant, is there is an extension of the time in order for support to be provided if you think you're going to be made homeless. So, for example, if you are in a process of having trouble with your landlord for whatever reason, then early intervention is available. It's always difficult because people tend to avoid facing the elephant in the room. So if you know you're going to be evicted or you're going to lose your property, you should go down to the Borough Council, you should go to the Housing Options Department. The difference in the Homeless Reduction Act is that there's now 56 days from the day that you think you might risk of losing your home, rather than 42
28
or 28.
It was 28 before.
It's a massive
And they've doubled it.
It is, and why that's important is because it starts stopping this whole inevitability of homelessness, and it starts making it realistically in terms of turning the corner and moving out of the inevitability.
It's early intervention, really, isn't it?
It is all about that.
Yeah.
Early
It's early
intervention.
intervention.
And this has a major impact on all boroughs and councils across the United Kingdom. Housing First, which is an initiative that the Borough Council here in Stafford have been piloting and challenging and working with successfully in a lot of cases, really now have the armoury in their hands to do something about anybody who is homeless, who wants to get themselves out of that situation.
So anybody watching this might think, right now, the authorities have to act, they have to do something. Why am I still, next year, the year after, why am I still seeing homeless people?
Well, here's the rub. Some of the people that we work with have a lot of issues, predominantly mental health issues, I would say. Some which are pure mental health, others are a combination of alcoholism, drug abuse, where
Some people would say that's a mental health.
Yeah, the ability to make quality judgments and decisions about the way they're living are impaired. So they need more care. They need a greater package of support to hold them in place while they go through this transition into a new form of accommodation.
So what you're saying is, and I don't want to put words in your mouth here, Will, but I'm about to, the Homeless Reduction Bill is all very well and good telling these people, right, you need to help. But if the help isn't there for these people, nothing's going to change.
And this is where we need to understand how much more change needs to happen, because the Homeless Reduction Bill is great. It's a really powerful tool. It says also that whoever you are, if I'm homeless, I will be supported. So it's not prioritised. You have as much right as anybody else to be supported, and that's significant. So it's really important that that means everybody who is potentially homeless has the same equal priority. So your priority is you're homeless, from whatever height, colour, fashion or form you are. For me, it's about seeing the next level of change. How can we, as a third sector charity, achieve that? And we're already seeing some really good outcomes where people get accommodation and we support them while they're there.
Well, and it's that word, isn't it? We've spoken on it before, and we'll draw this to a close now, but the housing is an issue as well,
Yeah.
because many people will say, oh, there's loads of houses, why don't we open up those, why don't we open up those? For somebody who's struggling with an addiction, with somebody who's got a severe mental health problem, just living in a house doesn't solve their problem.
No, they're not
They
house
need
ready.
24-hour
We always
care.
say this, don't we?
They might need a whole package around them,
Yeah.
which to this moment doesn't exist for everybody who's homeless.
There needs
So
to be more of that.
it's a great thing, this homeless
Absolutely.
reduction bill, for anybody who is struggling, who is homeless, who can be seen to very, very
You've
quickly.
had that first letter about your
yeah,
accommodation.
anybody watching.
Get in touch. Don't leave it till you present to us the letter that says I've got 21 days to leave my property, because that makes our challenge more difficult. So get in touch early. You know, fess up and say I've got into arrears or whatever the problem is, but get it out there. Let's get it sorted. Get that early intervention.
But it is a positive thing.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's a step on to even more positive things, hopefully in
Absolutely.
the future. Thank you very much, Lisa.
Thank you, Jack.
Thanks, Will.
That's all right, Jack.
Thank you very much for watching, and this very important. That's
It
one
is.
of the
It's
most
nice to be on the
sensible
zeitgeist, isn't it?
things. Yeah. Don't forget to check out the Hob News over on YouTube after this video, or if you've already watched it, well done. We will see you next time for some more
Change.
Yeah. Well, it won't. It'll be the same. Bye.
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 Step on to even more positive things, hopefully in the future.
Rocking.
What?
Rocking.
It's me that's
I think we'll have to edit what you just said out by accident. Yeah?